All right, let's get right into it. What if I told you that the huge gap between living a powerful life versus a powerless one really just boils down to mastering four things? Well, today we're going to break down exactly what they are.
So you've got to ask yourself, which one is it going to be? Because here's the thing, the answer has nothing to do with luck or talent or your background. It's all about one word: control.
And what are those four things? It's your mouth, your mood, your money, and your mind. Get a handle on these four, and you pretty much get a handle on your entire life. All right, let's kick things off with the first key, your mouth. Now, I want you to think about it like this. It's basically the broadcast station for everything that's going on in your head. It's the front gate to your character, right? It's how the world decides who you are. And this goes way beyond just like basic communication. Your words are literally building your reputation, your influence, your ability to lead with every single sentence that comes out of your mouth. So every time you open your mouth, you're standing at a fork in the road, and you have a choice. Are you gonna build bridges, make sense, create influence, earn respect, or are you gonna burn them down, make enemies, destroy trust, and just lose opportunities? It's one or the other. So how do you actually get control of this thing? Well, it's all about making a shift from just reacting to responding with intention. And it's a really simple three-step process. First, just pause before you speak. Second, actually listen to what's being said. And third, consciously choose words that build, not break. And this quote just nails it, right? The smartest person in the room is often the one who speaks last or not at all. See, this isn't about being weak or passive. It's about understanding that real power comes from speaking with purpose, not just making noise to fill the silence. Okay, moving on to the second key. And this one builds right on top of the first: managing your mood. A lot of people think their mood is like the weather, It's just unpredictable, totally out of their control. But that's not it at all. Your mood is a force, a powerful tool that you can actually learn to harness. I mean, just think about it for a second. How many times has a bad decision, a lost opportunity, or a damaged relationship come from a choice made in the heat of the moment? See, your mood isn't something that just happens to you. It's something you are absolutely responsible for. And the goal here is not to feel less or to become some kind of robot. No way. The key is to train yourself to act through your emotions with discipline, instead of letting them hijack the driver's seat and steer you into impulsive, destructive, short-sighted decisions. And I love this quote, "Moods pass, but decisions stick." It's such a simple but powerful reminder, isn't it? Those temporary feelings, whether it's anger or frustration or even crazy excitement, they don't get to make permanent choices for you. All right, next up, number 3. This is a big one that touches, well, pretty much everything: money. And I want you to think about your bank account as a kind of mirror, because it gives you a brutally honest reflection of your habits, your discipline, and whether or not you're thinking about the long term. And here's the hard truth about money. If you can't manage a little, you're never going to be able to manage a lot. The problem is almost never the income, it's the behavior. If you don't fix the underlying habits, things like impulse buys and just not having a plan, then more money just means you fall into bigger, more expensive traps. And this really breaks down the fundamental difference in how people think. It all comes down to assets versus liabilities. A wealthy mindset is always focused on buying assets, things that over time put more money in your pocket. The other mindset, it's focused on liabilities, the shiny new things that look good but do nothing but take money out of your pocket every single month. So, okay, how do you get control? It comes down to a really simple 3-part system. Number 1, you have to track everything. You need to know where your money is actually going. Number 2, get good at delaying gratification. Just wait before you buy. And number 3, and this is huge, automate your savings. Pay yourself first automatically before you can even touch it. And that leads to this quote, which is maybe the most important financial advice ever. Spend what's left after saving, not save what's left after spending. Just that one little flip in your thinking, it's the entire foundation of financial freedom. It turns saving from a maybe if there's anything left into an absolute priority. And that brings us to the 4th and final key. And honestly, this is the one that controls all the others. We're talking about your mind. It is the command center of your entire life. Every word you speak, every mood you feel, every dollar you spend,
It all starts right here.
Your mind is basically programmable. It has a diet, just like your body. And what you feed it directly determines what it produces. If you're feeding it garbage, gossip, fear-mongering news, constant self-criticism, you're gonna get anxiety. But if you feed it wisdom, books, clarity, focused silence, you're going to get confidence. Garbage in, garbage out. It's that simple.
So the big skill to learn here is this. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. You have to learn to step back and just watch them go by without getting tangled up in them. A thought is just a suggestion. That's all it is. It's not a fact, and it's definitely not a command you have to obey. So when you bring it all together, you start to see that controlling these 4 areas isn't about being restrictive or boring. Not at all. It's about protection. Mastering your mouth protects your reputation. Mastering your mood protects your decisions, your money, your future. And your mind, well, that protects everything. And all of this builds the ultimate prize, which is genuine self-respect. And what is that? It's the confidence you earn by keeping the promises you make to yourself. It's that deep, internal trust you build one small, disciplined choice at a time. So that leaves us with one final thought. The world is constantly going to try to pull you in a million different directions. The real question is, where are you going to choose to stand? Because at the end of the day, this isn't about controlling other people. It's about mastering yourself so you can stand firm no matter what comes your way.